What's up, brick builders? Today's build is Werewolf. This is set number 40217-1. Year it came out was 2016, age group 6+, and it comes with a piece count of 55. Hi folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to another build video, and it's another Halloween build. Yes, we're almost there to Halloween. And we got this really cool little, it's about, big, statue build of a werewolf. A kind of a comical looking one. This was a make and take. So this was basically, you go into the Lego store. It was a monthly mini model build. So on that particular month, which was in October, we're in October, in 2016, it was a set that was available for VIP members, mostly kids from 6 to 14 years old. Would go into the store and you build this and then you walk away with it. Yay, free Lego. Love it. It's a goofy little build. I like it. Let's dive in and build it, shall we? Alright, there's our parts and pieces. We've got some blue in there. Those are going to be his shorts or his pants. And we want some instructions. We got instructions courtesy of Brick Instructions. Excuse me. We're going to start off with the 2x3 blue plate. We're going to put one on top of each other, like that. That's going to be his waistband. And then we want to build up the body. So we want 1x2 dark bluish grey brick, one on each side, like that. And then we're going to do the tail. Yep, werewolf has a tail. We got a slipper piece there, 1x2 plate, special with a sloped brick piece on one side and a stud. On that stud, we're going to put a 1x1 square black plate. And then on top of that, we're going to put a 1x1 light bluish grey plate on top, like that. Straighten it out. And then we're just going to pop that onto one of these blue studs in the middle, like that. So his tail's going to slightly hang out over the top of his shorts. No, I've never seen a werewolf with a tail. I don't remember seeing a werewolf with a tail anyway. With this set, you get an awful lot of these lantern bricks, dark bluish grey lantern bricks, which is really, really cool. Very nice pieces. And we just go pop that on the front there. That's going to be his little belly button, or his a little bit of tuft just above his waistline. And we want a 1x1 square light bluish grey tile to go on the front. It's a pretty clean build, this. And then on the top here, we're going to put on the piece where his tail is, we're going to put a 1x1 dark bluish grey brick, like that. And then on each side, we're going to put Technic bricks. Light bluish grey, one with a single hole in it. Go put them on each side, like that. And then, of course, in the holes, we've got these 3/4 pins, these blue 3/4 pins. You want to put the longest part in to the brick. So you just got that little stud hanging out. Nice click, by the way. Like that. And then across the front here, 3 lantern bricks. I did say that you get an awful lot of these, which is really cool. So we got 3 going across the top here, like that. And then that's going to hold a 1x3 light bluish grey tile for his chest. And then we're going to hold this all together with a 2x3 light bluish grey plate, like that. Now we're just going to build the bottom of his head up, and that's going to be with some inverted bricks. Well, we want a 1x3 dark bluish grey brick to go on the back, so that's the back. And then on the front here, we've got a 2x2 inverted dark bluish grey brick, one side, and then we got a 1x2 inverted slope brick there. Now we want some whiskers, you know, the kind of little tufts of fur that on the side of the head, and that is these teeth elements here with the 3 prongs, 1x2 plate. We want one on one side, just hang off that like that, and then we want another one on the other side. If I can find it, there it is. And then right in the center here, we've got a 1x2, or we got actually a 1x3 gap. But we want a 1x2 light bluish grey plate in between those two there. And then in front of that light bluish grey plate, we want a 1x1 red plate. That's his little tongue, or his mouth. On each side here, we need some fangs, because that is his mouth. And we've got these drop down teeth elements here, 1x1 in white. And we're just going to put one on one side like that. One on that side like that, and that is the bottom of his head done. Go keep these all in place here with another 2x3 light bluish grey tile plate even, and then we're going to go straight across these 3 studs on the front here with some more lantern bricks. So how many lantern bricks is that? That is 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 lantern bricks. That's really good. This looks a bit freaky, so we need to sort this out real quick. Let's put a nose in, and it's a black, not dark bluish grey, black mini mountain, and you want it so it's sloping down. So you want the wider piece at the top there, and you want the slope going down towards his mouth. That's his nose. We want some eyes because he's still looking a bit freaky. We're just going to put them on willy-nilly and see what we get. Alright, he's kind of looking a bit cross-eyed. Now we're going to build up the back of the head here, and that is going to be a 2x3 dark bluish grey brick, giving us this nice step down feature down the side here on the front, and that is going to be for 3 of these 1x2 curved bricks. Put one there, one there, and one there. And that's the front of his head done. Now we want to finish the back of his head. We've got a 1x3 light bluish grey plate. Go straight across the back there. And then we would just want 2 ears, and those are in dark bluish grey. 1x1 mini mountains. You want them to slope into the center of his head to make them look like ears. And there's the top of his head and his body done. Now, we want some legs. So the legs are very easy. We got these 1x3 sloped bricks, which is really cool, having 1x3 sloped bricks. And we've got these inverted blue 1x2 slope bricks. You're going to put the inverted on top of the sloped like that. That's kind of his bottom of his legs. There's his foot. We want another one of those. Straighten them out. And then all you're going to do is just connect them to the blue plate like so. There we go. There's his legs. Now all he needs is some arms. The arms are very simple. We got some 1x3 curved dark bluish grey plates, and we have the teeth element in white this time. See, it's the same teeth element that's in the side here, which we use for these little whiskers, which is a really cool little touch. That is a really cool, nice little bit of detail, that. It's a bit like a brickhead, I think. And we're going to put the teeth element, we're going to have the prongs facing us. We're going to put the curved brick on the right-hand side there. And then all you're going to do is put a 1x1 mini mountain dark bluish grey on that other white stud there. And that's one arm done. Okay. So that's going to go on this side here. And we're going to put it lower down. Yeah. Put it lower down. So you've got this grey neckline going across there. And then the same thing again, but the other side. So let's see, we want it that way. Prongs facing us on the right hand side. No. Prongs away from us this time. And then mini mountain. There we go. Because these are his little claws. And there we go. And there you have this floppy. As a floppy is just falling out my hands. Pretty cool little werewolfy type looking build with some very fragile legs there, Sean. Oh dear. Break a leg? Totally. He hasn't even gone up the ramp. Nice little build, very clean, like I say. It's got one stud showing and that is it. So that's not bad for a little monthly mini model build. This is a pretty decent one for definitely for a free Lego set. You got some swinging arms there, so you got a little bit of arm movement, and the colours are really cool. I like the design actually. He does look goofily friendly for a werewolf, and of course you got your little tail there as well. Nice little pattern on the back as well, like that. This kind of looks like a tabby cat. It's a tabby cat werewolf. Very, very cool. And as you can see, it's a decent size for display. Look at that. Oh, I broke his leg again. Oh no, and then his foot. And that seems to be the way it goes. There you go. Isn't it cool? I think this is super awesome. And he's going to look great next to our next build that will be coming up. How cool is that? For a monthly mini model build, this is brilliant. Love these little details here with the tufts on the side. Fantastic little model that. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more content like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share amongst your friends, family and anybody else who you think would be interested in this kind of content. Also, put your notifications on to all for the next spooky build. What will it be? Oh man, it's so good. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. You're gonna have to watch. Yeah. You're going to have to watch and find out. Now I can close. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Peace.